Good morning to you. Well, it's morning here anyway. Thank you for watching, and I ask that if this video helps you in any way, shape, or form, if you could just go down and click that like button and maybe consider subscribing to the channel. Today we're going to talk about how to street legalize your machine in just about every state there is. But we're going to start with my state. We're going to talk about that, then we're going to move along to the other states. Here in Ohio, you can street legalize your machine, but please do your due diligence and do your research on your local laws and all that regarding street use. Okay? Here where I live, if you go to the North Canton DMV, you can get it done. This video is about questions that I have compiled for the last few months, and a lot of them are repeat questions. My messenger gets blew up quite often about it. So I'm going to lay it down, and I'm going to let you know this. I'll go with you, I'll meet you up there, but I charge $50 to do so. And the reason I'm doing that is because there are so many people that I've already helped for free. There's so many things, questions that I've answered, and people just don't grasp it. I don't know if they're scared to get this done. I don't know. But I'll meet you up there for $50 cash in my hand. Or you can watch the video and take a chance. One of the questions that I get quite often, probably a couple hundred times a month, what to say to the BMV. Well, when you walk into your BMV, well, your title office, you need to have your title or a memorandum. Yes, it can be done with a memorandum. That is another question that is asked many times over. You can do this with a memorandum title. I know because both of my machines have memorandum titles. They print you out a new memorandum with the necessary changes made. When you walk in, you hand them your title or your memorandum title. They're going to ask you what you need to do. You're going to tell them that you want to change the body type to UV. It's an unconventional vehicle. That is critical to have it changed to UV. At the time that I got mine done, and I met many people up there, it only cost $16 and some change. You can round it off to $17. You get a new title printed out to you, or a new memorandum title, depending upon what you brought in. It only takes a few minutes to do that. And then you'll walk next door, because there's a BMV next door to that title agency, and you'll ask to get your Ohio plates. They're $28 at the time of doing mine and many others. Now, there I go being unprofessional again. Now, a lot of people have been asking about inspections. How do you get an inspection? Where do you get an inspection? Well, I'm going to tell you this. While the BMV website states that you need to get an inspection, here where I live, according to the BMV, you actually do not need an inspection. They give you a paper that you sign your life away on that states that you have done the necessary upgrades to make it street legal. And we'll get into those in a minute. It's that easy here. It is that easy. I have driven over 500 miles on the street. without issue. I've passed police, I've passed state highway, bat an eye. Which actually surprised me because when I first got it done, I thought for sure the police were going to mess with me really bad. But anyway, going on with this video. The most common question after they ask about the BMV is, what do I need to do to my machine? Do I need to change my tires, etc.? Well, I'm going to lay this out. I have factory tires on mine. The BMV website states verbatim, tires must not have bumps or bulges in them. It does not state anything about dot tires for these machines. Now, this may be different for other states, but here it states that no bumps or bulges, which means no broken belts, no sidewall bulges, no dry rotted, cracks, no unsafe tire. Okay? And like I said, I'll let you go on and do your own reading about the laws, but I'm going to tell you what I do because I was pulled over one time and it wasn't for anything that I did. The officer was simply curious as to how I got them street legal because he was unsure. Didn't even ask me for my license, my registration, nothing. He just simply wanted to talk about how to get it done. And I had him run my plates to see about the restrictions that I keep hearing about. He said I could drive anywhere I wanted. Okay? That's what he said. And I have not had any issues. I've been on 55-mile-an-hour roads, 45-mile-an-hour roads. I've been on Route 62 in Canton. I drive everywhere. Never had an issue. I was right beside a state highway patrol officer on Route 62, which is a highway. Never even seemed to care. So I must not be doing anything wrong. But we'll let you do your own research and you do what you feel comfortable with. What changes do I need to make to my machine? Can I register a Razor or a Can-Am or an Arctic Cat or anything? Is a bunch of questions that I get. They ask if they can do it the same way. Yes, it's the same for every machine. No matter what brand, make, model, year you got. It's the same process, okay? What you need to have here in Ohio. The website states you need a windshield. From my research, from what I was told, I do not. And again, I was pulled over, remember? But what you do need, if you don't have a windshield, is a DOT motorcycle helmet with a visor. Or safety glasses or sunglasses. Basically the same laws as the motorcycles have. We can abide by. You're going to need turn signals, horn, license plate lights, a good strong license plate bracket with the lights. Some people like to put dot tires on just so they don't have to worry about it. That's fine too. If you get pulled over, they will try to nail you for something. If they can't nail you for what they pulled you over for, which is probably because you're in a side-by-side on the street, they will try to nail you for something just because a lot of officers don't like to learn anything new. They think they're macho. They think that now not all. Like I said, the one that pulled me over, he didn't pull me over because I was in a side-by-side doing what he thought was illegal. He pulled me over because he was curious about it and wanted to learn. There is some officers out there that want to learn. Let's see here. What BMV? I covered that. The one that I went to was North Canton, and many others have actually traveled to it. What states can I do this in? Well, if your state has a registration, you can do it in your state. If your state does not have a registration, you can simply do it through Montana. You can get your machine registered and plated and street legal in Montana and drive all over. There's reciprocal, however you say it, reciprocal, whatever laws. I can't speak. As long as your state does that, follows other laws from other states, Montana will allow you. Say Pennsylvania, for instance, you can't register anything there because they're strict. But you go through Montana and you can get your machine legalized there. I do believe Montana, you can't do it with a memorandum. You actually have to have a regular title, I believe. But you can join Street Legal Side-by-Sides on Facebook and definitely get the answers on the Montana deal. That's how you would do it in every other state that doesn't have a registration. Okay? Some people are doing South Dakota registrations, which I believe South Dakota registers as a motorcycle. Not sure how that works, but I have heard of people having issues with the South Dakota registration. So that would be it, guys. If you have any more questions, please feel free to look me up on Facebook and PM me. That is the best and fastest way to get a hold of me. And I wish you guys luck. And if you want to know anything else here about Ohio, just ask. If you want to know anything about the Montana, I'm not too familiar with it. I know how it works, but I'm not sure how the process is. So get a hold of Gary on Street Legal Side-by-Sides, and he'll be able to point you in the right direction for that. Alright guys, Redneck Garage is out. You have a wonderful day, and we'll see you on the streets.